Welcome back to Unpeeled. Now, to truly understand this report, you have to break it down to its simplest form. First off, despite COVID-19, the internet and media industry is expected to grow by $374 billion for a total of $2.3 trillion by 2024. A big part of that, social media, that's an obvious one. Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat lead the way in apps that users spend the most time on daily. Surprising? Maybe not. But get this, users who spend time with all types of media actually spend the largest percentage of it on social media, the least percentage of it. As you can see, most of it is spent on videos, gaming, or music. With video streaming though, that is where things get interesting. Olivia and Sam discussed it before, but Netflix is in fact not the top video streaming service in the world. That honor belongs to Tencent Video. The company is based out of China and currently has over 500 million subscribers. To compare it to Netflix, they have 193 million. Still, as you guys can see in terms of US-based companies, it's Netflix, Amazon Prime, and then everybody else. And then for sports, contrary to all of our beliefs, viewership is actually up overall. Obviously, individual events are lacking in some numbers, but in terms of combined viewership, the numbers are looking better than ever. That is largely in part to these new overlapping schedules. The bottom half of this graphic shows what we are normally used to, and the top shows what we have to get used to. These overlapping seasons create more for fans to watch, but as of now, the NFL is dominating by being the only Big Four league in play.
Certainly an interesting report, Yaw. So let's talk specifics here. What is the biggest surprise coming out of it?
I mean, it has to be social media. You're trying to tell me that social media is the least used form of media and that people watch videos more? Come on, that's a load of baloney for me. Social media is how we gain our information. I mean, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, Club Penguin even. These are all forms of media that we use throughout our life and that we get information from. So for me, it can't be true.
All right, so the pandemic caused most businesses to lose large amounts of money. Can you explain why media and the internet industry maybe didn't fall so hard?
It never stops. I'm telling you, it will never stop. I mean, the pandemic caused some of us to stay home, maybe all of us, but that didn't mean anything. And I don't know about you guys, but when all of my dates didn't work out during quarantine, I decided to put on The Notebook on Netflix. But as for everybody else, I'm sure you guys were still streaming, and I'm sure that you guys did not stop using all of these different forms of technology and media, because if you did, trust me, I wouldn't believe you for a second.
Let me just write that down, Notebook on Netflix.
Yeah,
Got
it's kind of in my bag a little. I'm not going to name all the other movies I watch, cough, The Kissing Booth, but I mean, come on.
All right, yeah, one industry you failed to talk about here was the video game industry. So what can you tell us about how that's been going?
Now, the PS5 and Xbox Series X are two consoles that we talked about a lot on the show, but contrary to everybody's belief again, they do not rule the video game industry. In fact, mobile gaming does. And although Fortnite is not on the App Store, Apple Arcade, Call of Duty, Among Us are. And those are different forms of mobile gaming that allow us to engage in mobile gaming even more. I mean, granted, I'm against Among Us, even though everybody in the studio, including you, Sam, looks a little sus at times. But I'm not going to say that mobile gaming isn't dominating the industry right now, because trust me, it is.
Yaw Bonsu, always a pleasure.